Hi everyone, we're live at Epic headquarters. I'm Stacy Conley.
Steve Polge, hi.
Sidney.
Pete Nepley.
And we are here today to talk about a lot of things. The Trello roadmap is going to be one thing we're going to talk about, but first of all, we really want to give a thanks to the competitive community who have been playing. We want to thank Fatality and Chumbo for streaming Unreal Tournament live and getting lots of views and making a lot of good comments and giving us a lot of good feedback. We'd like to see those continue. I've been feeling very nostalgic this week. Yeah. Sitting in IRC at Global Gamers, thank you for setting up that IRC. And just talking with the competitive community and a lot of the developers who are working on the game. It's been a lot of fun. And so if you want to see these guys playing, especially Chumbo and Fatality, you can go to their Twitch channels. Chumbo is Chumbo_ on Twitch, and Fatality is Fatality with a 1. I'm sure everybody knows that one. And to give a look and see what you think. And we also wanted to mention that we're going to be bringing in somebody from ESL when we bring people from the community in. And Michael Michal, I'm not sure of how to pronounce his name properly because he didn't email me back, but he will be out here also talking to us about esports. We also wanted to mention to Fatality a little apology for playing your first game out there, and that's the one, of course, that everybody is showing. After 2 or 3 games, he's just gotten incredibly awesome at the game, and he's kind of wrecking everybody. So take a look if you get a chance. We also wanted to talk about the UT roadmap and Trello.
Yeah, so we yesterday we posted on Trello.com a Unreal Tournament roadmap. You can go to the forums or the wiki to see a link to that. And right now it's just the programming task Trello, and it basically outlines the stuff that we're planning on working on over the next few months, and also areas where we'd love to have community help. Areas that we'll either are really looking at the community to take the lead and do entire themselves, or we want the community to work with us in these different sections.
Because that's one of the big things people were saying is, what do we do next and where do we go? This will be, I think, a huge help for people. Can you bring up a screenshot of that?
Sure.
So we'll be doing the same thing for content as well, but we're still working on that side of it. And
that's
there it goes.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got some forum threads started. If you guys want to give feedback on the Trello, what you think is missing, how you think we can improve it, and also the forums are the place to go start talking about how you want to contribute and what you're working on. And we'll definitely be looking for your comments and feedback there.
And Pete has been working on some tutorials on
mutator stuff, and I'm going to sometime this week get a game mode tutorial up. Fellow's name's Wormbo.
Yep.
Working with Wormbo.
We know Wormbo.
Trying to get a nice framework for custom game modes so that they can just supply a DLL in the content directory and nicely have, is he officially working on jailbreak or just the
I hope
rumor?
we might see some jailbreak.
Well, now that we've mentioned it, maybe that will give him a little.
Yeah,
he should be.
Yeah, jailbreak would be really nice. So
yeah,
we're going to help facilitate that.
That's definitely a favorite mod that everybody's looking forward to. That's one of the things that they've been talking on IRC. Everybody's like, hey, Wormbo, have you started working on jailbreak yet? So, we also are going to put art up there in the future, too, and music maybe. And
Art, well, content. So we're still figuring out exactly how we organize our content Trellos, but we'll have, whether it's one or several for levels and music and other kinds of content. We definitely want to get up there. We see there's already a lot of cool stuff that content guys are working on and showing off in the forums, and so we want to organize that a little better. We're really getting to the point now where we're ready to start generating content and ready to take it into the game more. So we're looking forward to that. Same thing with on the programming side. We're both really ready for a more organized approach for the community to contribute code. I think the game is also at a point now, and we've got the mutator interfaces and the system set up for creating your own game types, that it's really a good time to start working on your own mods if that's how you'd like to participate in contributing to Unreal Tournament. So we'd love to see some of that start to happen as well. And certainly if there's things that in the core game that are missing or that you need as additional features and jump on the forums and talk to us about what your needs are. We're looking to make that as easy as possible for you to do.
And if you have any questions about Trello, you can post. Steve's the expert right now. This is all.
Yes.
This is all actually brand
much,
new
so.
to us, and we don't know much.
Yeah.
If any of you are experts, you can help us along too. So
Yeah.
I think this will be a good way that we can start to think about what needs to be done in the game. And we'll get Sidney on there too, who will give pointers for level design. And Sidney is going to show us his new level. And we played this yesterday afternoon. We had a blast. When it opened up. Hopefully somebody in the community out there will tell me which map it reminds me of, but it really reminded me of a map that we used to play in UT 2004. But this is actually a new map, and let's take a look. And this is a DM map, right?
That's correct, yes. Are we on? Yep.
Still didn't get him a pro mouse, Stacy. He's got the system ship mouse.
Oh, we're mean.
We should actually get a
So-
good mouse in here.
Yes, we should get a
Yeah.
good mouse.
That
Not
would
like
be
we
nice,
don't,
actually.
we
It
don't
just
have
makes
any.
us look like, yeah.
Sorry, Sid. I feel terrible.
Yeah,
It's all right. I'll
Boy,
cope.
it's just not very good.
Look at those
that.
epic
No.
noobs.
I get to make
So-
fun of him in stream chat.
After doing the castle, I kind of wanted to go opposite of that and do something, techie, kind of feeding a little bit into the concept work that Perna had done, and just do something more bright, colorful, very well lit overall. And it really all kind of started just with one room idea that I had sketched out, which was this one over here, and it all was kind of based on like this odd trapezoid shape, which is something that I'd usually probably wouldn't go for, but it kind of allowed the map to grow in sort of a different, more interesting way, shape-wise, and just something a little bit different. It's also a little bit more open, has a lot of rooms for various trick jumps in there. And you can see you can get from one end to the other pretty quickly if you know how to get around, but
This is a great area right in here.
yeah, we've seen a lot of traffic in the first playtest that we did just here, and
So
you
have
know,
you made
again-
any changes since yesterday's playtest?
so I started tweaking some of the item placement already, because what we ended up seeing really was that everybody started sort of funneling towards this big open area here. So trying to, part of that is people learning the map, but again, if it's happening too much, then that's probably a valid concern, right? So I started tweaking item layouts and just weapon layouts, player starts, just kind of funnel people into more directions of the map, opening some other spaces up. Made some changes to this area here to make it a little bit wider. The sharp rifle used to be here. It's actually now down there in the center to kind of give it more of a draw at the tip of this trapezoid shape, really, as it's running through the map. There's a more valid approach in spawns over here as well. You have the link up there, tying with the rest of it all. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely much, much more open compared to the castle map. Lots of room for movement. This was open up to kind of tie in back to that.
This is where
Oh,
Pete
man.
knocked me off and killed me.
This is gonna hurt my
Impact.
combo skills here. Ouch.
It's
So it's the mouse, everybody.
Yeah, it's the mouse. That was very fun watching Chumbo play yesterday. He's got some good combo skills going on
We'll
there.
show a little bit of his stream from yesterday before we leave.
Yeah, I started copying that like multiple course, so I can't miss as often.
Yeah, that's kind of a staple too. Like you used to do the one to lure somebody out, and then a second one to actually set off kind of thing. That's pretty standard.
Well,
play.
we
I
had
just-
his video playing, his stream playing yesterday in the war room, and everybody was kind of peeking and saying, "Wow, I never thought of doing that." And I think we were all kind of getting tips because he's really an amazing player.
So another thing that I'm really hoping with this map too, and there was a lot of thought put into that as well, is like make it hopefully competitively viable. So
Well, I'm sure you'll get some feedback on that.
I sure hope so. It's been really awesome.
I think there's some confusion on how far it's textured, not textured, and all that.
Oh, just to actually clarify, this is a shell, right? This is not. Wouldn't consider this final visuals of what we expect the game to or the map to look like when it's done. This is purely just I slapped together a few simple textures to get a nice, clean, readable shell. Have some depth perception with some details on the floor, but none of this is arted up or anything. It's
Which
just,
is a huge help. I
it's
actually
really
like the way
just-
it looks. This is like
It's just there for gameplay purposes. Like I don't know, it might have looked like this 10 years ago, right? But
although certainly our goal, I mean, and as you've seen with the visual concept, is that we want this kind of visual clarity and readability to still be there when we have our final visual look. That's what we're trying to go for, something that looks more polished and
Yeah.
but doesn't
But you can
but
still
you don't
see
lose
everyone.
any of the visual clarity that you have here.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, like the level designers are super excited about that prospect of being able to like translate the readability of a shell like this into an actual meshed, arted up level in the end. But part of the thought behind this room actually was that the shield belt is sitting in the corner here. You can see it from the outside, and all approaches to the belt are coming from the opposite end of the room. Because I wanted to try and make it an actual valid space to try and hold and control. One
there was a
kicker
lot
to
of
this
fighting in there.
is that there's a hole up here, which I want to see if I can get there fast, but there's a hole that you can drop down from as well, and that is actually sitting right next to the U damage. So the thought was that you'd be able to hold the U damage from up here with a sniper, because again, you have very long approaches leading up to here, a lift that eventually will have sound so that you can hear the approach. So there should be a spot that you can hold, try and snag the U damage, and basically wall dodge down, land on here safely, don't take falling damage, and invade this room, try and snag the belt away. That was kind of the thought behind this setup. Or take it up into the big open area and just brawl, right? So lots of, random jumps you can do. Can land on these guys. A lot of people have been confusing these with jump heads, actually, so this might change how they look, but yeah.
Very nice.
That's great.
We really enjoyed that one. One thing that we've been talking about on the forums a little bit is we are going to be bringing in some competitive gamers as well as some developers, artists, all from the community to come in and play UT with us and give us their feedback. So we are definitely talking to the competitive community from all different generations of the game, from UT 2004, and from UT3, and getting their input to see how we can make the best game possible for everyone. So far, we've been getting a lot of really good feedback, and people have just been, since they're playing it so much, they really know what's wrong and what's right, and they've been super helpful to us.
But one thing that's important to remember if you're trying this game out or checking it out is that this is still very early, and
Super early.
Most people have not seen. I mean, in some ways the game is. I mean, in terms of performance and stuff like that, is in a surprisingly good state for a game this early. But like we and it's certainly not that don't think it's important, but like people are complaining about things like the mouse input not being quite right. But at this stage in a game, I mean, this is very playable for a pre-alpha, and we're trying to fix things and improve it and improve the playability constantly. But this is what it's like when you're early in game development, and so we're going to continue refining the game, refining it, and yes, we have to make feedback and make decisions and refine the game, even though not all the elements are there and right, and that's something we'll continue to do. But what that means is also as things come together, we may continue to make changes when we're making some guesses about, well, once this is working better, then we think that this other thing will work well or won't be a problem. But that turns out not to be the case, and certainly we'll revisit those decisions as the game continues to come together. So this is a long process. I mean,
Right.
we're building a game, and it takes a long time to get a game done. But
And some changes are easier than other
yeah.
changes. Like the other day, the field of view thing was changed, which made everybody happy.
except for the grumpy old guys. But so anyway, we encourage everybody to check it out and participate and give us feedback, but just make sure it's in the context of understanding that this is very early in development, and
Right.
it takes a long time to get things to where we really want to go.
So do we want to take a little look at Chumbo playing?
Sure, that'd be great.
Sure, let's do it.
Thank you, Sid.
My pleasure.
This is a very awesome map. So people can play this now?
It's in the depot, so yeah, people can check it
So
out.
you can
And
grab
actually,
it now and you can play it. It's really a lot of fun. And
one other thing I actually would like to point out too, I had a really nice back and forth with, I think, Tetsuo on the forums.
yes,
That was really, that makes this so much fun. It was a really nice experience to get well thought out, constructive feedback. even making a video for it, and it just felt really productive. It was
Right.
It was a fun interaction.
Yeah,
to
I
do,
would
so
really like to see a lot
having
more of that.
More of that would be amazing because
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he did. He had a
Makes it
lot of
great for us.
good suggestions, and you've incorporated some of them into your map, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that led to
Awesome.
some good stuff. So that's been really fun. All right, what did you just hit play?
And here he goes. He's scared. Just to play, you can hit
A
on
full
the full
screen
screen
that?
too. Yeah. So yeah, this is him playing on deck. He's got a lot of pretty amazing moves that he does.
Hold on one second.
Is this after Tim A quit?
Yeah.
We've almost got it.
Chumbo, you broke our feed. What is going on? All right, guys. Well,
We won't be watching Chumbo.
we're not
today.
going to watch Chumbo this week, but we promise that we will bring
Wait,
him to you again.
You should go check him out.
You should go check him out.
Chumbo, CHUMBO_.
Yep, correct. And that's his Twitch channel, and you can you probably saw on his thing. It's Chum0 Twitch, CHUMB0 Twitch on YouTube. So go check him out. Go check out his videos. Be sure to join us tomorrow here at in the same set. And the Unreal Engine team, they're going to talk about 4.4 features, UMB, and Paper 2D. And thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to watch for we're going to have the blog soon, and on the blog. We'll have this on iTunes, and Joe is going to. Oh, and I want to say a special thank you to Joe Wilson, who is behind the scenes, who makes this all awesome for us. Thank you, Joe, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.